Brady lines them up. He's back again. He steps up. He's hit. He stumbles. He is throwing it deep for the end zone, and it is batted around and incomplete. And the game is over. The game is over. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin. Back goes Peterson. He lets it fly. He's going deep. He is in for the touchdown! And Peterson put that one where he had to.
By giving me the opportunity to start was obviously a dream come true, because now I felt like, okay, all that hard work and preparation and all the times that I was cut and released and all of that leading up has prepared me for this situation. Very fortunate to be a part of those early times, getting things going here in Philadelphia, and then of course very grateful for Andy to bring me in and give me that chance.
Being an NFL quarterback for 14 seasons, Doug Peterson benefited from years of advice from very knowledgeable coaches. That instruction also set him up for the next phase of his life.
I knew coaching was in my future because I'd done that for the time I was in Green Bay. I felt like I was a coach, and in the spring of '05, I got right into high school football in Shreveport, Louisiana. And to now take all this knowledge and information and everything I learned over a 14-year period and put it into high school guys is very rewarding, very fulfilling time for me.
After a successful 4 years coaching high school football, Peterson was brought back to Philadelphia when a position opened up on Andy Reid's staff.
I knew that I wanted to get back to the NFL, and early in '09, he offered me the quality control job. Take all those experiences from learning from guys like Dan Marino, guys like Brett Favre, watch them, how do they study, how do they practice during the week, how do they get the guys around them to play at a high level. Learning that kind of stuff over 14 years has now given me the opportunity to relate today.
When Reid was hired by the Kansas City Chiefs, he tabbed Doug Peterson to be his offensive coordinator. Over the next 3 seasons, Peterson continued to learn and grow, and it's the culmination of his wealth of experiences that have prepared him for the next chapter of his story as head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles.
With the second pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Carson Wentz, quarterback, North Dakota State.
It goes without saying that this is the highest a North Dakota State Bison has ever been drafted in the National Football League. First quarterback ever, second overall. Carson Wentz, Philadelphia Eagles.
Special moment for a Division I AA player. There is precedent. Remember Joe Flacco, first-round pick in Baltimore, came out of the University of Delaware. He only had 27 starts when he came out of Delaware. This young man's had 23 starts. Only thrown the football 612 times. He's the #1 player on my board. So while I understand and believe that Goff is more ready to play today, I think he's going to be the better player.
And so here comes Carson Wentz. Wentz lobs this one far side, pulled in, caught by Zach Ertz. Rolls, throws this side of the field, complete to Brent Selleck. It's tight end inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line, and that'll be enough for another Philadelphia first down. Going to throw it outside, and that's complete. Good for yardage. Zach Ertz down the sideline. Out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line. Ninth play of this drive. Went. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Jordan Matthews. The first touchdown pass of his young career was on the money. Wentz stands in, wide open, 15, 10, and out of bounds is Jordan Matthews. It'll be first and goal. Wentz, under pressure, got rid of it. Just a across the 25-yard line, complete to Nelson Aguilar. Complete across the 45 out to the 48-yard line.
So this is a good opportunity for him.
Here comes the blitz. Wentz got rid of it, far side, complete, and he has Darren Sproles in the backfield. Wentz going to flip it to Sproles with blockers in front of him. 30, 25, 20. Penalty flies. And the pass over the middle and caught close to midfield. In the first game of the season. 3rd and 16. And Wentz over the middle. That's not going to get the first down. That's to Ertz.
You know, Robert Griffin coming in and just the overall attitude Hugh Jackson's brought in.
To the outside, that is complete to Dorial Green Beckham, his first catch of the day. Kind of likes to think of what he has here in Philadelphia is similar on offense. Wentz rolls, open in the middle of the field, and caught across midfield is Jordan Matthews. Wentz on 2nd and 9, throwing outside. Quick pass over the middle. It's complete. Very close to the first down marker. It appears that he would have it. Wentz going to go for it all. Down the side. It is caught for the touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, the second-year wideout from Southern Cal. Wentz with time, got his man to the 35-yard line. Zach Ertz. 2nd and 18, little pump fake by Wentz, and Wentz going to tuck it and run. And hit from the sideline and out of bounds just over the 45-yard line. Wentz got rid of it to Sproles. Sproles, midfield. Free at NFL.com/fantasy. And a quick slant by Carson Wentz to Jordan Matthews. Got time, throwing, and the catch is made by Matthews. Oh, what a catch. Just
pocket sealed, pass on the way, and it's a beauty. Right to the 50. He guns it right in there for Green Beckham.
Big target. You love these type of receivers over the middle, so you can throw it high, let them go up and get the catch. Green Beckham on the outside. They clear it out with Jordan Matthews
on the sideline. That's a touchdown. Jordan Matthews from Carson Wentz.
Really good job. 6'5", he just stood there flat-footed, Carson Wentz. Tight end goes out. Wide receiver comes under and just sticks it right to the chest of Matthews.
First down, Wentz over the middle and has a completion. He finds the tight end, Zach Ertz.
Depression.
First down, the go with the fake. Wentz on the roll, is going to sling it out and hit the tight end Ertz again. Makes a move and a first down for Philadelphia. Time. Wentz firing complete over the middle. It is Ertz. 2nd and goal. Do have 2 timeouts. Wentz fires. Touchdown. Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz and Trey Burton did all the work. You see the traffic. Byron Jones runs into his own teammate in Damian Wilson.
2nd down, 4-man rush. Wentz gets rid of it. Ertz again, why not? He's been open over the middle, and he's got the 2nd down. Wentz standing in, firing deep, end zone. Ertz! He's got it! Touchdown! It's worked on a first down. Wentz gets hit, but he gets it off to Ertz. Gets a block. Zach Ertz, big day for him. Fakes the throw on the flat, comes back screen. Ertz gets a block. Zach Ertz inside the 35 in a stiff arm. Oh boy. Going to the offseason feeling good. Here is Wentz. And he hooks up again with Zach Ertz. We have a theme developing, John. Get the ball.
Hey, next year we go. Next year we go.
We got to.
Next year we go, baby. Look, you guys. Look. Hey, good luck, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. God bless you. Stay
Going today.
Good.
Doing great. It's a great day. I just want to say thank you to the Eagles organization, Mr. Lurie, Howie, Coach Peterson. I'm glad to be a part of such a great organization, culture. So I can't wait to get started. Can't wait to get started. I'm excited.
Okay, that's a big question.
What made you choose Philadelphia also?
I think it's a perfect fit for me. The right situation for me and my family.
Carson Wentz, that ability to play with a young rising quarterback, did that have a lot to do with it?
I had a lot to do with it. Like I said, sky's the limit for him. Like I told him, I texted him, me and him text back and forth. I told him that he got opportunity. My job is to help him win the MVP, which I truly believe. The sky's the limit for him. He's a great quarterback.
A one-year deal, why was that the best option for you?
I just think, like I said, smart job is just go out, just focus, just play football. And I just think that was the best opportunity for me.
Were the Eagles on your radar, or did they kind of swoop in late in the process?
You never know with free agency, things can happen. You never know who's interested in you, who's going to give you a call, who's going to reach out to you. So when they reached out to my agent, I was interested.
There was a few teams that had called, but I had to figure out what was best for me at the time, and that was here. This organization, I feel like it's headed in the right direction. Has a great young quarterback, great leadership in Coach Peterson and Howie. And also, it's been a lot of interest for a while. I'm very comfortable with Joe Douglas and Andy, and I know that they have my back. And so having that kind of comfort level and knowing that it's a team that's, I don't want to say they courted me, but I know they've had interest in me for a while. I want to be a part of it, and there's some potential here to build something special, and I want to be a part of that.
These past 2 years, why wasn't the production what it was those first 2 years?
There was a lot of reasons for it, but only one reason I can control, so I'll just say me. But I'll just tell you this, I haven't lost a step, and I can still play, so don't be surprised.
Tori, 2 head coaches. It's like you watch the quarterback play of teams that you're considering?
Absolutely. We all watch games, You have an advantage on the West Coast because everyone's playing all early and you're just still kind of relaxing. So I watched, Carson play from a distance, and you can see that he has that it factor. And obviously he's still young, so he's not perfect, but I know that he has the potential to get it done. And to be able to play with a guy like that and also grow with him and help him in other ways, I'm looking forward to it.
Tori, what's it?
Okay, with the 14th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Derek Barnett, defensive end, Tennessee.
So Derek Barnett, the defensive end out of Tennessee, the player who eliminated Reggie White's name from the Tennessee record book for the most sacks, is now a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. There you see the record, one more than Reggie White, second all-time in tackles for losses, trailing only Leonard Little. And now it is Derek Barnett's time to shine. The crowd still going crazy as Barnett walks down for the obligatory hug with the commissioner. Let's listen into the moment.
That one night I'll be back. I'll be an Eagle again.
You really just know. You just never know. The way the business is, I obviously loved my first 3 years here and thought I was going to be here the whole time. And part of the business, you just never know what happens. But to be back here, it's a blessing. I love the city of Philadelphia. I love the Eagles organization, and that's why my wife and I wanted to come back.
From when your time in Kansas City ended to when the Eagles showed interest, how quick was that, and how quickly in general did this come together?
When the option wasn't taken, then you speak to different teams, and the interest was there very soon after, and it's just a process going through. I mean, really the first time I'd ever been a free agent like that. So you just speak to different teams and go through the process, and we eventually got something worked out here, and I was thrilled.
Was there an opportunity to compete for a starting job in these other?
There wasn't. There's nothing out there that I want to continue to grow as a player, and ultimately that's the ultimate goal. But this was a great opportunity to come back here and be a part of this organization. With a quarterback like Carson. I was once a young quarterback here. It's funny saying a young quarterback, but an opportunity to help him continue to grow and excel. He's such a talented quarterback and individual. Heard so many great things about him. I'm excited to work with him in person and help him in any way possible to just grow his game, because ultimately if he plays well on the field, gives the Eagles the best opportunity to be successful, and that's what I want for this organization.
So do you first game of the season in a 2-minute drive? Second down and 3. Cousins as he throws. Ball is loose. It's Fletcher Cox who takes it in for an Eagles touchdown. On the 4th Redskins turnover of this game. Was an all-pro type of player. He goes right by Morgan Moses, and I think that is going to stand as a fumble. Fletcher Cox picks it up, rumbles into the end zone, and for a touchdown for Philadelphia. Cousins thinks his arm is moving forward. Now all
and now they throw it for a touchdown against the Redskins. And how about that pocket toughness? How does he get away from all these free rushers and make throws like that?
Now, 2nd and 2 from the 11-yard line. Through the middle with a gaping hole into the end zone goes Corey Clement for the touchdown. So they make a first down on a 3rd and 1. Get the long play down the left sideline and go.
Flips it downfield. Perfect catch to Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 32 yards. Wentz on target.
Wentz has got his eyes down the field. Under pressure from Miller, but going right after Aqib Talib.
Eagles will get the ball first following halftime. 49ers facing a 3rd down and 7. Picked off by Jalen Mills. Mills stays in bounds. He's inside the 10. To the end zone. Touchdown.
The blitz is on, and Wentz has time. And floats it for Aguilar, who makes the catch on the run. Nelson Aguilar puts a move on, and yes, that's an Eagles touchdown.
I'm dropping back against this front 4. It's going to be tough.
Coming over to Stewart. He did not hold on. Was that ball picked? Did it hit the ground? It's Robinson with the football. And it's an interception. On 2nd and 10. To the end zone, and it's pulled down for the touchdown, the 2nd of the night for Ertz.
Miami trading running back Jay Ajayi, the great Jay Ajayi, to the Eagles for a 4th-round pick. Stephen A., should they be booking their trip to the Super Bowl?
You know what? It's starting to seem that way. It seems like all things are clicking for the Philadelphia Eagles right now. Jay Ajayi isn't having the most spectacular season in the world. He's only averaging about 3.4 yards per carry. It's been less than stellar. He's only had 2 100-yard rushing games on the season against the Chargers and against at the Atlanta Falcons. But nevertheless, he is a stud. I think that when you look at the problems that they've had in Miami, in large part, it can be attributed to the offensive line woes. And remember, that offensive line coach that was caught sniffing some white powder on FaceTime or whatever he was doing when he was talking to the stripper, and everybody in the world learned about that. Clearly, their offensive line had not been stout, hadn't been protecting the quarterback as much as you would like, hadn't been, creating holes for the running game. And for Jay Ajayi, who rushed for over 1,200 yards last season, who established himself as a stud, as a potential stud in the National Football League, we know this brother can play. So it's going to be really interesting. You would think that it sort of sets the stage for the Eagles, but keep in mind, Carson Wentz is so stellar. You've got that power game with Ajayi along with LeGarrette Blount and what have you. You might decide that you want to run the football, but you don't want to take the ball out of Carson Wentz's hands. It's going to be a tricky proposition for Doug Peterson, but clearly when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles right now, they have the personnel combined with the resume thus far this season to be considered the prohibitive favorite to come out of the NFC and go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Only a 3-man rush this time. The pressure put on Wentz. They almost get him from behind. Slings it deep downfield, and it's caught by Aguilar. And Aguilar into Seattle territory. So Wentz on the left side. Play clock at 1. They blitz. Wentz steps up, avoids it, throws to the end zone, caught! Aguilar for the touchdown. Over Maxwell again to make it a 1-possession game.
Al, that was all pretty good, wasn't it? Those 2 throws, escaping the press.
Wentz to his right. Flag is down, and Wentz in for the touchdown, but a flag thrown. We'll see if it's coming back.
Holding. Offense, number 65. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Boy, Carson Wentz got hit hard at the end of that play. And it's a hold against Philadelphia to bring it back.
It's on Lane Johnson out there at right tackle, and they're trying to get the ball to Nelson Aguilar. Once again, there's the hit, and I think doesn't.
Well, nobody wants to see this. Carson Wentz is going off to get looked at in the locker room. We'll show you the hit again.
Barring some miracle right here, this would be a great win for this Philadelphia organization.
And let's say this about the game coming up next week for the Rams. Unless something crazy happens here, they'll go into that game with a 1-game lead on Seattle. But if they don't win that game, they lose the head-to-head. They would have been swept by the Seahawks. So that's a huge game coming up. It's lateral time. Austin. And it's taken by Philly and Brandon Graham for the touchdown. Eagles win it. And they go to 11-2.
Shannon?
Yes.
Can your Eagles win the NFC without Wentz?
I believe they can. And why is because they're so balanced. They can run the ball with the best of them. Again, 32 rushes, 139 yards, 4.3 average. So they can run the football. Carson Wentz was unbelievable. He was dealing before he got hurt. And for him to stay in 4 more plays, throw that touchdown. Skip, they ran 85 plays to the Rams 45. They possessed the ball 39 minutes and 12 seconds to the Rams 20 minutes. Skip, that's unheard of, Skip. Almost 2-to-1 ratio time of possession. I think the reason why I say they can is because if you look at what they're doing, look at Case Keenum in Minnesota. You run the football. If you can run it, you can play action pass. You're going to get guys, Thielen, Diggs, wide open, and then you turn it over to your defense. Philly has an outstanding defense. I know it felt good to our colleague Howie. His son Chris Long made the game-changing play.
He did.
Skip, I believe they can, because if you go back and look at history, Jeff Hostetler, if you remember in 90, he only started 2 games. He had only started 4 games up until the 2 games that Phil Simms got hurt.
Yep.
In 1990, he started 2 games, and he kept that going through the playoffs. Look at Trent Dilfer, what he did. He came in 8 games into the season. We took off. Tom Brady, 5 games. They took off. I like Nick Foles. He's been a starter before. Skip, and I know it's cliche-ish, well, he knows the offense. He really does. Because when he was released with the trade for Sam Bradford, Sam Bradford went to Minnesota, Sam Bradford went to Philly, Nick Foles went to Minnesota. They ended up cutting him, and guess who he signed with, Skip? Kansas City. Doug Peterson was the offensive coordinator. So he knows this system front with the back. I take that back. Nick Foles went to the Rams. Sam Bradford was traded from the Rams to Philly. That's how it happened. Sorry about that. And so he really knows this offense. What has to happen in the playoffs, Skip? If he's not one of those great Brady, Breeze, one of those guys that's been there, done that, your quarterback's going to have to make 1 or 2 throws. You saw Nick Foles on 3rd down. He made that throw to Aguilar. That's big time. Everybody can't make that. Everybody can't make that throw. He threw it the only place that he could throw it for that first down. For that first down. So I believe it, Skip. They have the number 2 rush offense. Alshon's making plays. Ernst was nicked up yesterday. Burton came in and they didn't miss a beat at the tight end position. Torrey Smith, all of a sudden, he's getting more confidence, getting involved in the offense. Aguilar is doing unbelievable. And that defense, that front 7, man, late in that ball game, they started hunting.
They did.
They started getting at the golf. And you see them, all of a sudden, they got closer and closer, and then they started getting them down, and the next thing you know, the ball was out. So there's no question in my mind, Skip. I believe Carson Wentz was going to be the MVP because this was his coming out party. To go on the road and beat that team in their building and then the performance that he was having, I didn't think they were going to lose another game. They would have been 14-2. He'd have been somewhere around 40-plus touchdowns, maybe fewer than 11, 12 interceptions. I believe he was going to be the MVP. That being said, I believe Nick Foles is more than capable because guess what? He's not going to have to see a Brady. Minnesota has a backup quarterback. Aaron Rodgers might come back, but right now they're on the outside looking in. You like Nick Foles head-to-head against Matt Ryan in that offense or Cam Newton in that offense with that defense Philly have? Skip, I believe they can do it. I actually believe, given the way the NFL is the way it's constructed right now and the teams that could possibly be in, I believe he can do it. With the way they run the football and the way they play defense, I believe he can make 1 or 2 throws during the course of the game that won't lose it, but will win it. There's no question in my mind he can get the job done.
4th down and 2. Design roll to the right. Plenty of Eagles there. Carr throws it away, basically. Key year. They give it to him, trying to catch the Raiders off guard with a run on 3rd and 5, and they do. It's a first down to the 30-yard line. 3rd attempt. Only Green Bay's gone for it more often on 4th down, and they pick it up. It was close, but Corey Clement.
I didn't call it that. Someone else gets credit for that.
You've used it nicely. Here's Ajayi on the screen. Ajayi inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Perimeter center, number 62, Kelsey, cleans up on the kick-out block, and Ajayi.
Jim, how much of a shot do you give the Falcons to win the NFC?
I think they will win the NFC. So there's the shot that I think. And I think that I'm a Falcons fan. I coach there. Dan Quinn, I hired him into the NFL as my quality control guy at San Francisco. He's done an amazing job, but the way they can run the ball, or they did run the ball the other night. Now, the Rams have struggled this year against the run, but they were able to run the ball when they had to, especially in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Having a guy like Matty Ice, who is experienced in these situations, as you said, having those amazing receivers that they have, the energy they play with on defense. Going into Philly will be difficult because of the weather, but Dan is the type of guy that'll get these guys in the right frame of mind to go in there and have a great game. And then they'll probably end up in Minnesota. And now I got some split allegiance because I've got a bunch of guys on the Vikings, Anthony Barr and Eric Kendricks and Kevin all these other guys. But
you got Tack McKinley on.
I've got Tack at Atlanta. But the way Atlanta is playing right now, they are playing with the confidence of Jacksonville, with a quarterback and an experienced offense. that can take them all the way to the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
I agree. I'm picking them. I picked them Saturday to beat the Rams. I'm picking them to beat Philly. I agree with you. I think they have an excellent chance because they have the reigning MVP. They have 2 receivers. I mean, Julio is a monster. We know that. But Mohamed Sanu is better than people. He's a great number 2.
He is.
They can run the ball with Freeman and Coleman. They really have no weakness offensively. Give that defense credit. That was the #1 scoring offense in football.
It was.
And they held them to 13 points at home. Now, they took Gurley out. Gurley only had 14 carries. He had 101 yards. Why he didn't have 24 carries or 30 carries?
Well, they didn't have the ball. I mean, they couldn't get him the ball a lot, first of all. And then when you're playing from behind, it changes things.
They turned the ball over.
And then sometimes young coaches, you know, that inexperience maybe shows up a little. And I think Sean McVay is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Once he's my ball boy in San Francisco, so I
He'll be coach of the
some
year.
history, and he should be. He's done an amazing job. But you know, Todd broke some runs late in the second half, but early they couldn't get him going. But you got to give credit to the Falcons defense. Once again, like we were talking about with Jacksonville, they can rush 4. And they can put pressure on you, and they've got Trufant, and they've got I mean, they can get after you. And sure, we talk about their offense and Julio and Muhammad and all those guys, but that defense is playing fantastic right now.
So Shannon Sharp, have I heard you once again jump to another bandwagon? Because last week you're picking the Saints to win the NFC side of the bracket.
Yeah.
And now you're picking the Falcons.
I can see that happening.
You can see it happening. What is it? Which is it? This man, he just plunged. He just said, here, they're going to win the NFC.
The 4th down play is blunt to the outside, and then he goes for a touchdown. Trey Burton. Since week 2, and Elliott, who has missed an extra point, bangs one through. Coleman, a fullback, flanked out to the left. Ryan rolling to the right. Ryan in trouble. Ryan flips one into the end zone with a prayer, incomplete. Jalen Mills covering.
Unbelievable. Biggest play of the game. Julio Jones falls down. Look at this, Jalen Mills, who has come so far here in his second year. He falls down. Now watch Julio going to get it up. Ryan still wants it, and they can't quite get the completion.
Even if he had caught it, take a look where his feet are. I'm not sure he would have come down in bounds. Anyway, now there he is. Foreman on the rush. He throws. He's pinned. Patrick Robinson back the other way. Looking for a block. Gets it. Robinson for the touchdown. First down from the 11. LeGarrette Blount. Touchdown. Just pulled his way in. Let's hug up these linebackers. Senior Rhodes on the bench, not out there on 3rd down and 10. And Paul's able to get away and throw. Pass is caught. Jeffrey, touchdown. The Eagles are 6 for 8 on 3rd down. Flea flicker. Paul's launches downfield. Smith. Touchdown. Touchdown, Alshon Jeffrey. Just got hurt opening day. 25-yard attempt is good. Got used to it by the 4th quarter, though. Brady throws, and then he'll be caught, and that is James White. Play action, good protection. Wide open, Chris Bogan, who gets inside the 30 and takes the ball down to the Philadelphia 27. The night will hold us close, and the stars will guide us home. I've been waiting for this moment. 26-yard final. I turn to ask the question. So anxious. My thoughts. Your lips And Gronk was there. And time runs.
Beyond great. Doug, unbelievable job, and his entire staff, Howie. And if I could, I'd like to dedicate this.
Congratulations, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Let's bring in Coach Peterson.
I'd dedicate this. I'd like to dedicate this to all the Eagles fans around the world, and also for this one especially, for my mom and my dad, who mean the world to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Congratulations. Coach, come on in. What was going through your mind that last pass by Brady?
I was hoping it was incomplete. I just wanted it to be on the ground, and I wanted to see that clock go 0-0.
How do you explain this, that 9 years ago you're coaching in high school and here you are with this trophy?
I can only give the praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving me this opportunity. And I'm going to tell you something. I got the best players in the world, and it's a resilient group. I love this coaching staff, Mr. Lurie, the owner. And not only do we have the best fans in the world, we now have the best team in the world. Thank you, guys.
Describe your play calling with Nick Foles.
Well, you know, we just wanted to stay aggressive. You know, we mixed in some of the RPOs. The Patriots did a great job of kind of nullifying some of that. But listen, my mentality coming into the game was I'm going to stay aggressive with Nick and let him use his playmakers to make plays.
Coach, congratulations. Let's bring in Zach Ertz, caught the game-winning touchdown. What was that feeling like? You're in the huddle and you know that play is being called. What are you thinking?
I better score. I mean, glory to God first and foremost. We wouldn't be here without him. This team is amazing. I mean, each and every day we go out there, we love to practice. And I think that's the foundation of this team. And wow, what a run it's been.
When they were replaying that touchdown, any doubt in your mind?
No, not at all. I mean, if they would have overturned that, I don't know what would have happened to the city of Philadelphia. But I'm so glad they didn't overturn it. And wow, we're world champions!
Zach, congratulations. Let's bring in your MVP, Nick Foles. Just another game, right, Nick?
Yeah, just another game. Unbelievable. All glory to God. Obviously, Lily really likes this mic. She has no idea.
It didn't seem like the game, the nerves, the pressure matched up against Brady bothered you. What was going on inside you?
I felt calm. I mean, we have such a great group of guys, such a great coaching staff. We felt confident coming in, and, you know, we just went out there and played football. You know, we've played this game since we were a little kid. We've dreamed about this moment. There's plenty of kids watching this game right now dreaming about this moment. Someday we'll be here. And to be here with my daughter, my wife, my family, my teammates, this city, we're very blessed.
Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles. Underdogs no more. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champions. Congratulations.
Celebrate. Shannon, what happened?
I can't wait to hear this.
What happened? The Eagles happened.
Much to the chagrin of my partner Chris Carter, I'm going to call his former team pretenders. I think every team that makes the playoffs in the NFC has a better shot of making the Super Bowl than your #1 seed Philadelphia Eagles. To me, the defense had looked shaky the last 3 weeks prior to this one. I do not trust Nick Foles.